Useless News.
Useless News.
Right here on the Big Dumb Fun Show. Venkman reporting.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Venkman. I'm not going to shout it because I think I've got that oral gonorrhea again. I don't know how I keep getting it. But damn it, if it didn't just...
I told you to quit calling Steve Williams.
Crawl right back in the throat there. Well, you did it for years, and you have no oral gonorrhea going on.
It's because I am a god.
Because you did it without actually touching him. See, that's where you get the good technique. From Lowell, Mass. Oh, by the way, sponsored by, as always, Uncle Rusty's Pure Pork Salsa. Aww. What's that?
I only have sound in
I look
my
over and you
ear.
start slapping yourself in the face. I just, out of my peripheral, Kelly's just...
No, this side of the headphones isn't...
Ow! Ow! There, it's back. Ow! Lowell, Massachusetts. Police say that a fake valet at a Massachusetts emergency room offered to park a pregnant woman's car.
Oh, dude.
Then drove away.
What an a-hole.
Oh, they should have been tipped off when they tried to park valet at a hospital. I'm
sure, like, places like Cedars-Sinai and, like, L.A. have valet parking, though.
This is Lowell, Massachusetts.
Well, it depends on how close that is to, like, a rich area of Boston.
I'd like to park the car, please.
Police Captain Kelly Richardson tells the Boston Herald that the woman drove herself to General Hospital at 3 a.m. Friday while suffering from labor pains. She parked outside the emergency room doors and was met by a man wearing a uniform-style shirt who introduced himself as the valet. The man said she couldn't park there but volunteered to take her keys and move the car. Then, police say... Dun, dun, dun! He drove away.
And then Jack McCoy was on the scene.
While being admitted, the woman was told the hospital didn't offer valet service. Even better.
Well, she's being admitted. Like she goes in and she's like, "Oh, and I just valet parked my car.
Do you guys validate?
Can I get a validation? How much is that going to cost me?"
The car was found Saturday morning. They're examining it for fingerprints and other evidence to find the suspect. They're probably examining it just as much as they examined the crowbar that was used to break into Aaron Gunner's house.
Oh, probably more so.
Here's how much Aaron likes his burglar. He leaves the crowbar outside just so it's easy access.
You do not.
I do not, because the police took the crowbar.
There's a couple things that I've learned about Aaron Gunner over this last week, and I'm going to share them when we come back later in the show.
You think you are.
An Australian couple had to be rescued after they tried to float down a river with two inflatable sex dolls.
Nice!
Hasn't everyone tried to do this at one point?
I did it last week.
The bizarre attempt to navigate the Yarra River in Queensland.
What, the river at Coco Key?
Yeah, they're on the lazy...
Lazy
man!
River.
Idea storm here!
I wish... Never mind.
It's adult blow-up doll night at Coco Key.
You check in, you get a blow-up doll. They tried to navigate the river in Queensland. They backfired when they lost their doll in rough water.
They probably didn't have the right place to hold on to it.
The incident...
I should have got the male doll.
The incident prompted a warning from police that blow-up sex toys are not recognized as a flotation device. Well, now we all know.
I had them on my car ready to go for my beach trip.
Yeah.
How do you think they actually used the blow-up dolls to float? I mean, do you think they climbed on top of them?
Like they were riding them cowboy?
They're riding them?
That's what I would think, like a reverse cowgirl.
Or maybe they went down the river doggy style.
That'd be too difficult.
Or maybe it was like one of those, life rescue, kind of like a Baywatch where the doll is underneath them and they're on their back.
Oh, I got it. What, London Bridge. You take a couple of blow-up dolls. You London Bridge, one guy gets on one side. No?
No, I don't think you could really... I don't see that working. Not an A-frame or a London Bridge.
Police say that state emergency vehicle crews were called to the rescue scene where both of the 19-year-olds got into trouble.
Oh, there you go.
Not unless it was actually the blow-up doll that was the crossbar in the A-frame.
They clung to a floating tree in the river, called for help. Calling for help, I guess.
Do you think they told the officers that they had been floating down the river in blow-up dolls?
If I was gonna
or the police actually found the blow-up dolls somewhere further down the river and put the mystery together themselves?
Are you going to tell the truth if you're on a piece of driftwood?
I bought a $50 blow-up doll. I thought it would be fun to ride down the river.
My friend Amber...
I'm not coming up with anything but the truth.
My friend Amber has a theory we'd never do anything that you wouldn't want to explain to the paramedics.
That's why my mom always used to say she wouldn't lie on her weight on her driver's license, because if she gets in a car accident, she doesn't want the paramedics to make fun of her. Yeah, 180. We'll see.
Oh.
Police said that the crew eventually arrived to haul the thrill seekers to safety. When the Queensland in the grip of its worst flooding in living memory, police say they were not amused by the pair's stupid actions. We got busy people with rescues and have to divert resources to this sort of thing. It's not ideal.
Why did you make him sound like he was from Tennessee?
Said Senior Constable Wayne Wilson.
That does sound like a Tennessee name.
Exactly.
But they
That's
were
what he
in
sounds
England.
like.
Australia.
Good day.
Good day.
Good day.
Now that's a blow-up doll.
And they all drank Fasters afterwards.
Crikey.
They were checked by an ambulance, but did not require medical attention, except they had to have the embarrassment surgically removed from their face. Did you read this one? A New York man who claims that a rat, you know, like a mouse rat, bit his penis while he was in prison. He's been given permission to sue officials now. Peter Solomon said that he had to endure a course of rabies injections because jailers knew the ward in which they placed him was infested with rodents. They put him in a rodent-infested jail cell.
Yes.
They
He was a criminal.
They
What
bit
did he
his
want?
penis.
Right?
Somehow I don't think that the rodent came out like...
Crawled in his pants and bit his wee-wee. He had his wee-wee out.
Yeah, he probably had it out. Maybe he was sleeping.
Lawyers are trying to get the suit dismissed, among other arguments. Its experts say there's no evidence of serious injury. Look at this!
I mean, it's a mouse. Was he going to nibble on it?
It was 8 inches long!
It was at least.
Look at it now! My God! I wasn't circumcised!
I was worried about the nuts.
No, not squirrels. They were rats.
Oh, I'm sorry, they were rats.
Now,
not
even though a
squirrels.
squirrel is like a rat with a bushy
They
tail.
are both rodents of the same family, but
Yeah, a squirrel would never touch your dong. It would
Yeah.
just go straight for the nuts.
they'll go right for the nuts. A mouse or a rat, on the other hand,
The Vietnam vet who says he suffers post-traumatic shock disorder was transferred to a medical observation unit amid worries that he was mentally ill. He claims a rat or a similar rodent, could have been a squirrel then, I guess,
now
emerged from a hole in his mattress and bit him on the penis and on the hand, drawing blood.
how did that hole get in the mattress?
I don't want to know. It's prison. You get lonely.
I don't know how long he was serving in prison though, but
I think he was serving 8 to 10 inches.
I'm uncomfortable.
and finally, a man in northern Belarus was recently
Belarus?
Belarus.
He was outfoxed by a fox. This one's made its rounds. A hunter approached a fox after wounding it with the intent on
Killing it.
shooting in the head, putting it out of its misery with the butt of his rifle. Pop! Like that. For those that can see. However, the two ended up getting into a tussle. The fox managed to trigger the rifle, shooting the hunter in the leg.
Shut the front door!
A prosecutor from the region said the animal fiercely resisted and in the struggle accidentally pulled the trigger with its paw.
You go, fox!
Fox season! Rabbit season! The hunter's currently in the hospital with a leg wound, and the fox just happened to escape away.
You go, fox!
My name is Megman. That is Useless News. Submit your own crap to the show by sending me an email, uselessnews@BigDumbFunShow, or get on Facebook, search for Useless News. We'll have more with our black friends coming up next, plus Brian Boyd.
We're an experiment by aliens from outer space who've genetically engineered the human race. The Rothschilds are going to unify world currency, thus ensuring their ascension to supremacy.